All right, let's talk about something that gets all of us, memory. More importantly, how can we make our brains, well, just better at learning? Like, way more efficient.
You know this feeling, right? You spend hours studying. Maybe you even pull an all-nighter, rereading everything until your eyes glaze over. You think, okay, I got this, and then, poof, the next day it's all gone. Total blank. It is so frustrating. But listen, it's not you. It's your strategy. You're just using the wrong tools.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem. There's hard work, and then there's smart work. Hard work is what we think we should be doing, just brute force, rereading notes for hours on end until we're totally wiped out. But smart work? That's about technique. It's about working with your brain, not against it, and getting way better results in, like, a quarter of the time.
So the big question is, how do we make that switch from hard to smart? Well, that's what we're here for. We're going to walk through count 'em, five powerful, science-backed memory hacks that are seriously going to change the game for you. Okay, let's kick things off with hack number 1, and honestly, this one's the heavyweight champion of them all. It's called active recall. The perfect way to think about it is like a gym workout, but for your brain. I mean, you can't get stronger just by watching someone else lift weights, right? You got to do the reps yourself. It's the exact same principle. So here's the difference in a nutshell. Passive learning is stuff like rereading your notes or highlighting text. It feels like you're doing something productive, but really, your brain's just coasting. Active recall, on the other hand, is about forcing your brain to pull that information out of storage. Quizzing yourself, trying to summarize a chapter from memory, explaining it out loud, that's the mental lift that builds those strong memory connections. So the big takeaway here, stop just rereading, start retrieving. All right, hack number 2. This one is the perfect partner for active recall. It's called spaced repetition, and it's basically our secret weapon for defeating your brain's natural desire to, well, forget things. Think of it as the ultimate anti-cramming strategy. So why doesn't cramming work long-term? It all comes down to something called the forgetting curve. It sounds kind of dramatic, but it's a real thing. Basically, the second you learn something new, your brain starts the process of forgetting it. It's a steep drop-off, too. You can lose a huge chunk of it within just 24 hours. But, and this is a big but, there is a way to fight back. And this is it. This is how you beat the curve. Instead of one giant soul-crushing study session, you do quick reviews over time. A little bit the next day, a little more a week later, and then maybe a month after that. Each little review session basically hits the reset button on that forgetting curve and locks the memory in a little deeper. And the best part, you don't have to keep a complicated calendar. There are amazing apps like Anki or Quizlet that do all the scheduling for you. It's brilliant. Okay, hack number 3. This one sounds like something straight out of a Sherlock Holmes story, but I promise you, it's real and incredibly powerful. It's called the memory palace. This technique is used by actual memory champions, and it taps into something your brain is already amazing at, remembering places. And it's way less complicated than you might think. Seriously. Step 1, just picture a place you know inside and out, like your own house or apartment. Step 2, take the information you need to learn and place it around the room. So, if you're memorizing a list of kings, maybe you imagine the first king sitting on your couch, the second one is raiding your fridge, and so on. Make it weird and vivid. Then, to remember the list, you just mentally walk through your house and see who's there. It's a game changer. On to hack number 4, and this one's called chunking. So here's a fun fact. Our brains have a pretty small workbench, so to speak. Our short-term memory can really only handle about 7 pieces of random information at once. It gets overloaded super easily. Chunking is the genius-level life hack to get around that limitation.
Okay, quick test. Look at this string of numbers. Go ahead, try to memorize it. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Yeah, it's just a jumbled mess, right? It's intimidating, and it feels pretty much impossible to remember.
But what about now? See that? All of a sudden, it just clicks. It's not some random string of numbers anymore. It's 4 distinct, meaningful chunks. 4 years you probably already know. That's the magic of chunking. You group messy information into smaller, familiar patterns, and suddenly, even really complex stuff becomes way easier to handle. And that brings us to our last hack, number 5. And I kind of saved the best for last, because this might be the single most powerful learning technique of all. It's simple. If you really want to learn something, you have to try and teach it. That's the ultimate test. Think about it. When you try to explain something to another person, you can't just stumble through it. You have to organize your thoughts, simplify the complex bits, and you very quickly find the holes in your own understanding. It forces you to go back and fix them. And hey, you don't even need an audience. Teach it to your pet, a houseplant, or just an empty chair. The act of saying it out loud is what solidifies the knowledge. So there you have it. That's your new memory toolkit. You've got active recall for forging those strong memory pathways, spaced repetition to make sure they stick around for the long haul, the memory palettes for organizing information in your mind's eye, chunking to break down big, scary topics, and finally, the ultimate boss move, teaching to learn. So now you have the tools. You have everything you need to stop just working hard and to start working smart. The only question left is, which one are you going to try first? Just pick one. Give it a shot today. I think you're going to be absolutely blown away by the results.